Yesterday, we as the Mineral Council launched this Khumbula Ekhaya Safety and Health Strategy. So this address is really well timed. I will be telling you a little bit more about that in a short while. But before I begin to talk about our industry's journey to zero harm, I want again for us to acknowledge that we are not there yet. The South African mining industry has a long and in many respects, not very auspicious history in the fields of health and safety. On the safety side, for most of the 20th century, the number of people who died in accidents averaged around 800 a year. Think about that. As we stand here today, that is almost inconceivable, but it is indeed our legacy. The number of deaths due to occupational health issues are more difficult to ascertain because many of these would have occurred well after the individuals have left the industry. But we can be sure that these deaths are also substantial. On the health side, many of you will be aware that silicosis has been the occupational disease with the greatest impact. There are many kinds of initiatives to reduce the dust load in the industry over many decades. On this slide, we illustrate those that have been implemented in the last decade, from tip filters to footwear treatments, to footwall treatments, and haulage sprays, new filters, and covers. And at each stage, these measures have significantly reduced the annual average dust load and narrowed the areas where employees are exposed. We're also proud at our industry having been part of the multi-stakeholder Mxolisi ETB project. Through intensive screening and treatment, the goal is to achieve a situation where TB incidences on mines is no higher than that in the rest of the population. That goal is within reach in many places and has in fact been achieved and overtaken in others. The Commission of Inquiry into Safety and Health in the Mining Industry, headed by Judge Ramon Leon, and which reported in 1995, triggered some important institutional innovations which continue to play a critical role today. In June 2003, the Mineral Council and its social partners established Mining Industry Occupational Safety and Health, known as MOSH, and the Learning Hub to focus on the adoption of leading practices to address health and safety concerns and accelerate the progress towards achieving zero harm. The practices to be addressed were fall of grounds, transport and machinery, and dust and noise. To date at MOSH, 40 million has been spent on fundamental and applied research and technology transfer. 250 million has been spent on research about seismicity associated with deep-level mining. All this work has contributed to the improving safety performance, but it carries no guarantees. This is particularly the case when circumstances lead to catastrophic incidences where there are multiple fatalities. On the 23rd of September, there had been 35 fatalities in the mining industry compared with 63 in the same period last year. But we know that this too is not good enough. In January this year, 34 mining company CEOs came together in what we named heartfelt conversations. And they were heartfelt indeed. They were meaningful and open. They were introspective and reflective. They were uncomfortable and very challenging. And what arose from that is the Khumbula Ekhaya strategy. As was already highlighted, Khumbula Ekhaya is a Nguni word for remember home. We recognize that fatalities have the greatest impacts on the loved ones at home. Notwithstanding all the hard work that has gone into this strategy, please know that we will not waver in our determination to reach the zero harm goal.